Merry Meet YouTubers, Lady Grave Dancer here. I'm Thursday's host here on The Witch's Voice. Welcome to our channel. Okay, so I had a cough attack and the phone rang, sorry. So yes, this is Tequila with The Witch's Voice. I'm Thursday's host and I'm laughing because I keep coughing. I've been sick, I'm coughing. Anyways, today's topic was about coming out of, okay, I'm gonna have to stabilize you. About coming out of the broom closet. And for me, it's kind of different because I actually have always practiced the craft since I was a young child. It was just something, it's in generations and generations and generations of my family, but they don't call themselves witches. They just practice. They don't have a name for themselves or anything like that. They've always just practiced, whether it be divination or spells, and most of the time it was spells, but I do come from a long line of tarot readers, and being a tarot reader doesn't make you a witch, yes I know, but they also practice magic, and to me that means you're a witch, but that's just my opinion. So I've always practiced up until the point where I got to that negative point in my life, which I'm not going to get all into that on this channel because I have videos up on that on my channel, and I went Christian for a while, almost a year or something like that. I can't remember exactly. So I didn't have to come out of the broom closet as a young child up to 2-3 years ago. It was a way of life. Now when everything went all crazy and I went negative and I was doing stuff that I shouldn't have been doing, dealing with beings that I should not have been dealing with, working magics with spirits that I should not have been dealing with. But up until that point, there was no coming out of the closet. Now, whenever I went Christian and tried to get away from that life that I was leading, that is whenever, how can I explain that? Christian and was, you know, saved and all that good stuff. So whenever I gave up that life because it wasn't for me, and it just wasn't for me. If you're Christian, I'm happy for you. That's your thing. It's just not my thing. Now coming from being Christian back to being a witch, now that is a broom closet that is hard to come out of. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm not sure the first part of that video made any sense, but there was no coming out of a broom closet as a child up until I became Christian. When I became Christian and back to being a witch, then I came out of the broom closet because that was a hard broom closet to come out of. Because everybody was afraid I was going to be the way I was before. And if you're wondering what I'm listening to pagan Yule music. Yeah. Coming out of the broom closet as a Christian was hard. I had a dear friend of mine at the time who helped me come out, which I'll always be grateful for because my life is where it's at now because of her. So props to her. She knows who she is. I don't know if she watches my videos anymore, but she knows who she is. And a lot of you know who she is. Out of that broom closet was a bitch. That's just the word for it, because everybody kept going back to, oh, you're gonna go back to where you were, you're gonna, you know, it's evil, blah 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 blah, you know, and it wasn't. But my mom, she was terrified because of the things I had put her through. She was scared when I told her I'm going back to the practice, but I told her that I'm educating myself. I'm learning the right way instead of learning the way I had before. You know, I know what not to do and what to do. I believe in karma and I don't want anything to harm my family, so not to worry. So, you know, it took her a while. I would say she's just now coming around. It's been over a year, so it's taken her a while. My husband, he was terrified as well. He didn't like it. We had a lot of fighting going on whenever I first came out because he didn't like it. But once he started to see that I was happy and that I was doing good things and helping people, then he was fine with it. And he started, if we're going somewhere, if we're out and about and he finds something, if we're in a thrift store, he's like, oh look, this will be good for your altar. This, you know, he's cool now. The kids, my oldest, he was scared because he knew what I was doing before. So it was scary for him at first, but then he's like really the one who always has had a lot of faith in me. So, and we kind of grew up together because I got pregnant with him when I was 15, so we kind of grew up together. You know, the little ones, they didn't care. My father, who I've always been real open with him. It was really weird. I came out to him. He's like, I don't care. You be happy. Do what you want to do. But then whenever my brother was going to come out to visit, who was a big time Christian, he goes, make sure you stop all that witch shit when your brother's here. I was like, witch shit? What are you talking about? It's not witch, you know. I mean, it was a really intense discussion there. So clearly he's not as accepting as I thought. As far as out in society, I didn't care. I didn't give a shit. I wasn't afraid of letting anybody know. I wear my pentacles high. I hang in my front yard, and I got pentacles hanging in my front yard, and I'm like 20 feet from a Baptist church, and I don't care. I just didn't care. So, you know, if I were to give any advice to anybody who's coming out of the closet, I would say come out easy and explain yourself, educate yourself, explain yourself to your family, because you know that matters. If they don't accept you, there's nothing you can do to change it. No amount of talking is going to make them change. They'll have to see you for who you are. They'll have to see that you are not going to burn babies in the backyard and eat dead cats. I don't know. They'll have to see it for themselves for them to understand. Society will be hard because there's prejudice everywhere. But if you're going to live this life, you got to accept that. If you're going to be on the open, you got to deal with the fact that people are going to judge. And my advice too is you could speak your opinion, but it's not worth an argument. It never is worth an argument. If they want to argue, let them be the idiots that argue. And you just do your thing and be you. Because being a witch is knowing when to shut up. So that is a big thing that I had to learn. And it's still a little difficult, but I'm better about it now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, coming out of the broom closet was hard after being Christian. But growing up in it, not hard at all. So that is my story on coming out of the broom closet. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't boring. Hope I didn't confuse you, because it is a long story. I got like 3 videos on it on my channel, so it's a long story. So I hope I didn't confuse you. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave the comments below or private inboxes, and we'll respond. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you next Thursday. Blessed be.